In today's video, we are going to figure out how to avoid this. That's right, the Supra box can often give you headaches and problems when you're trying to install it, open it, get access to it, etc., etc. This is a great video to watch before you are stuck in front of clients trying to figure it out. I open and close multiple of these every week. So I've learned a lot, figured out a lot, and I thought I would put this video together. Let's figure out the Supra, how to access it, how to do the shackle, how to get the key out, and all the basics. And stick around, I will give you a tip at the end if you're having trouble and it's not working. I will give you a great tip that helped Edward out, because we were talking and ran into the situation. He had two of these that he wasn't able to open, and at the last second I saw what the problem was, and I will let you guys know what the problem is too. So as you know, if you've seen it before, or if you're going out to show your first house, this will be hanging on a door, a hose bib, or somewhere around the house, secure location, because the listing realtor will shackle this in so it's not removable without a code. And then you enter in the code. So what you do is you sign into your Supra, and then you go on the bottom where it says obtain key. Now if you see below that where it says update and there's a red X through it, you need to have an update. So you need to have good cell signal or good Wi-Fi signal. If you're going out to a place that you're not sure about the signal, try to turn this on before you leave for the day, because this gives you the access to these boxes. So if everything goes right, you hit obtain key, you put in your code, and then you come to the box, you push the bottom of the box, and make sure that red light is blinking. Sometimes you'll hear this beeping, sometimes you won't. Depends if you have silent or all that. But make sure your box is blinking red. And then when you hear that beautiful sound, you can push up on that bottom. There's also, if you're having trouble dropping it, as long as it hasn't been worn out, there's this little rubber tab. I don't know if you can see it. I don't have the autofocus on. There's this tab here where you can grab it up. Sometimes somebody will set it like this, so there's no way to do that. So you can grab in there, push up, pull. There we go. It's just stuck in there. And then when you're done, put the key back in here, close it, and you're good to go. Something else to note, if you get out to a location and your app isn't updated or there's an error, up on the top, right at the very top, I'll zoom in there, you have a eKey basic serial number. So when you call the 800 number, when you go online, if you have your serial number, very first time I was looking for this, I had no idea I had a serial number right there. So I was looking at my old paperwork, looking through everything, and it's right here on top of your app, your serial number. And you'll need that, and you can call, they can verify your payment and give you a temporary code to type in here so you can access the key. Very important, good information to know. So that's where your serial number is, right on the top. Okay, the next thing, opening the shackle, is pretty much the same. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy. Allergies. It is very, very windy today, and I have horrible allergies. So you hit on the bottom, open shackle. Not sure I'm going to edit this, but I'm recording, screen recording. And then you type in the shackle code. Now, this is very important to know. The shackle code is not the code you use to access the key. It is the code saved onto this lockbox specifically. So whoever bought it programmed it with a shackle code. Same thing, same process to get the shackle off as it is the key, except when you hit open shackle, you need to put in the shackle code. You put your shackle code in, then you need to select a reason: adding on a new listing, remove from a listing, relocating on the same listing, or none of the above. It's usually one of these three. I've never had none of the above come up. So let's say we're adding on a new listing. You hit done, and then you want to put the house number in there. Like I'm going to save right now, house 1234. And so you double check, you have your shackle code in there, you add on a new listing, and the house number is 1234. And then if you select add this key box into your inventory, you will get notified every time it's opened, every time it's closed, every time somebody's in there, you'll get a notification. So if this is your listing, obviously you want to be notified. If you're just doing this as a favor for somebody, do not select that. But in this case, we're going to be adding this to our inventory so we can show you other things. And then you hit begin. And then right when you hit begin, make sure that red light is blinking. If it's not, push up on the bottom so it starts to blink like that. And then it should give us that magical sound, and it doesn't because did we put the wrong code in? Possibly. Or sometimes you just have to do it twice because it's a finicky thing. So again, you need to make sure it's blinking. Just because you pushed it doesn't mean it still was, even though it just happened. So we'll wait for that magical. And that means you can open it. So you push down and open. And now you can take this, put it on a hose bib, which is the most common. Doorknob. I don't suggest putting these on doorknobs unless it's a completely vacant house. And it also can scratch and mess up the paint and all that when it's hanging there. So try to find a hose bib. But also be cognizant of other realtors, other people needing to get to this key. Don't hide it behind bushes. I've had to go through crazy bushes and stuff just to get this off of a hose bib. Be courteous. Put it in a spot that people can get to without hurting themselves. So once you put it around the hose bib, doorknob, railing, whatever you're putting it on, you just click it and it's there. And then don't forget to put the key in there. So now that you know how to open, close, shackle, get your key, all that stuff, what if you're wanting to program it? You have a client that wants specific hours, days that they want people to be able to access. If you go to your app, and then on the top left it says My Key Boxes, and then it'll show all the key boxes you have. Usually not this many, but I access a lot. So you hit the key box, you look for the number, it's in numerical order, so you just hit the one you want, and then program key box. Now this is where you can go in and change things, the code, the CB, you can require CBS or not, and you have to be by the box in order to change it. You can't just be at home hoping to give somebody access somewhere else so you're changing the codes because you couldn't remember whatever the reason is. You have to be next to it. You have to push it so the red button's activated, and you have to be Bluetooth. It's Bluetooth, so you have to be within range for it to program. So back to this. So you can require the CBS code or not. You can change the CBS code. You can change the access hours. So if somebody doesn't want anybody in after 7, so you can change that to 7. And then when you're ready, you push the button and you hit program and it programs it. And then the key box data. Now this key box specifically has no data. So now this isn't too important because you know the only people that can access the shackle is the people with the code, and you already know who you are. Alright, so the main one you need to know is programming. Okay, now for the tip I mentioned at the beginning where Edward was having trouble opening one of these. And we went through the codes, we went through his key boxes, made sure the code was correct that he was putting in. Or I was going to try it on my phone. I was going to loan, if it didn't work, I was going to loan him one of these until he could get it figured out. But then I noticed he had his Bluetooth iPods in, AirPods, and I asked if that was connected to his phone at the time, and he said, yeah. I said, there's our problem. Turn those off. I have many a time been putting these on with my car still running, and the Bluetooth, I'm still close enough to the car where the Bluetooth is picking up, and I just can't open this up for the life of me. And then, you know, after minutes upon minutes of trying, I would go out there, turn off my car, and just make sure all my Bluetooth is disconnected from everything, come back out and try it, and it works. And what it does, it doesn't say Bluetooth error, it just says shackle code incorrect or unable to open, something basic. So if you're having trouble like that, you know the code is right. Make sure all the Bluetooth is disconnected from everything else, only connected to this. You need the Bluetooth on to connect to this, and then you should be able to open it. And another helpful tip, if you get a call from an inspector or somebody that needs access and need the CBS code, and you don't have that information with you, and you don't have the same CBS code for all your lock boxes, go to your My Key boxes, have them tell you the serial code, and you can go in to the history, or you can go to your My Key boxes. As long as you save this to your inventory, like before, you just save it. Every time you open the Shackle, you make sure you save it. And then you can open that up and you can find out what the CBS code and the Shackle code is, all that information right in the program keybox area. Alright, that's all the information I have on these Supra Lockboxes. If you have any questions that I might have missed, can't think of right now, comment below. I'll definitely answer them as soon as possible. If you have any other questions, real estate related, realtor related, check out my Authentisign/transaction desk videos. I do step by step on how to use transaction desk, how to set up templates, and all that. I also will be doing a video series on those as well. As always, I'm Agent KCG, and this is my Realty Reality. Have a great day. And then when you hear that beautiful sound, you can push up on that bottom. Unless it's stuck. Let's try that again.